影何月の海を駆け抜けろ一か八か無敵な風君を導く目指せ地図にない場所を幻なんかじゃないんだたった一つ自分だけの宝物誰も探してる確かめたいぜみんな同じじゃないからやりたいことをやってやれ命がけだぜ欲しけれその手で掴め Let's go let's go カイジャー Go go let's go let's 舵を取れ君の前に広がる海道なき道を行こう Let's go let's go カイジャー Go go let's go let's 嵐の中頑張る君のがむしゃらが今この世界を変えるぜでっかい夢は無限大海賊戦隊ゴーカイジャー
Welcome to the Isaiah Experience. My name is Isaiah Chapman, and today is a good day, my friends. Recently, it was revealed that Power Rangers is getting a new series on Disney+. Can you imagine that? Now, we don't know what's in store for this new Power Rangers team, but I'm hoping it's a good series, and it reinvents this franchise, to make it, stand up to the evil Marvel and DC and Monsterverse. So in celebration of the new Power Rangers series coming to Disney+, I've decided to take a look at a previous season. So let's watch Power Rangers Super Mega Force. Let's talk about Gokaiger instead. In Japan, there's a series called Super Sentai, which looks very familiar, doesn't it? Well, that's because Power Rangers is an American adaptation of Super Sentai. One of its most popular series / toy lines in the history of Super Sentai would have to go to Kaizoku Sentai Gokaiger, which gave us one of the most unique gimmicks in Super Sentai history, which would be the Ranger Keys, but we'll deal with that later. Okay, so why are we talking about Gokaiger instead of Super Megaforce when we're talking about the new Power Ranger series? Well, let's just say this guy has regrets. I have many regrets. So many. But instead of ranting about Megaforce for 10 plus minutes, let's talk about Gokaiger, which is actually a good show. So, let's get into it! So, Kaizoku Sentai Gokaiger is a pirate-themed season. Yes, pirates. A Super Sentai team based on pirates. Now, if that alone doesn't tell you to go watch this show, I don't know what will. Maybe you're allergic to fun? Look at this. Look at this. This is you if you don't watch Super Sentai or Gokaiger itself. Don't be like that. Anyway, Gokaiger gave us one of the most incredible gimmicks of Super Sentai / Power Rangers that I don't think we'll ever see again. The Ranger Keys. These little bad boys lets our pirate team become past Super Sentai teams. That's right, these dudes don't just have one power set, they have all of them. It's basically the ultimate cheat code of the series. It's like, oh, I'm being defeated in this fighting video game. But, no, I'm gonna switch to Ryu real quick. That sounds like cheating, but it's actually an IQ move. But here's the kicker. Gokaiger used this gimmick to celebrate 35 years of Super Sentai. 35 pristine years of the franchise. It was basically a love letter. While Super Mega Force... well, they tried. Kind of. Not really. Look, they took the Gokaiger footage, they used that, and, it was fine, it was okay. But they just threw random Super Sentai teams in the show when they never were adapted for American audiences.
Time for Legendary Squadron mode. I'll go Mighty Morphin. Legendary Ranger mode. It's Morphin time. Mighty Morphin White Ranger Saba. Legendary Strike. Ready.
It's like going to a Halloween party as Batman, but telling everyone that you're not Batman. You're just a mysterious billionaire in a cape. It's like the great value of Super Sentai / Power Rangers. And the worst part about Super Mega Force is the legendary battle. Oh, we'll get to it, but for now, let's bask in the glory of Gokaiger. Because today, we appreciate quality. Alright, let's break this down. We've got an elite team of space pirates, a fanboy who willingly put himself onto the battlefield just to be a Super Sentai Ranger, some of the most insane mechas we've ever seen in both Power Rangers and Super Sentai, and an adaptation that did zero justice. Okay, maybe a little justice. First up, let's meet the crew. Meet Captain Marvelous. Yes, that is his real name. This man eats explosions for breakfast, takes danger at a suggestion, and walks into every fight with the energy that tells you that he knows. He's definitely the main character. Have you ever seen a guy who is so cool that he makes red leather look cool? Now that's marvelous. But that's also marvelous. And this man doesn't just lead a team, he leads a crew. So let's meet the crew. We have Joe, in Gokai Blue. He's quiet, he's a serious swordsman of the team. He's basically the guy who stands in the back looking mysterious until it's time to absolutely wreck someone. Basically, if Marvelous was the heart, Joe is the cool but slightly emo backbone holding the squad together. What about Luca? She is a queen! Not really. Well, one of them is a royalty, but we'll get to that in a moment. But Luca, a queen. She's reckless, she's greedy, she's got attitude, and she's one of the most fun Yellow Rangers Super Sentai or Power Rangers have ever got. Then there's Don, aka Doc, not Dr. Emmett Brown. Great Scott! This man, not really built for battle. He's the reluctant ranger. The one who's constantly afraid to do something, terrified but somehow he ends up saving the day anyway. He's one of the accidental MVPs of the series, and we love him for it. And Ayam? She's pure class. Now, she actually was a space princess. Royalty. She had money, she had fame, she had all of this, but she decided to go and become a ruthless pirate. And somehow she became even more elegant. And then we have the man, the myth, the absolute legend. Listen, every Power Rangers fan wish they could be an actual Power Ranger. But this guy, he actually did it. Well, he's not a Power Ranger, he's a Super Sentai. Basically the same thing. Anyway, he was just some regular dude who admired all the heroics of the Super Sentai team and decided to actually be a Super Sentai Ranger. He became the 6th Ranger. And he didn't just become a 6th Ranger. With the power of the Anchor Key, he can use all of the powers of the additional Rangers. Like the Dragon Ranger, or Shadow Master, or any of the other extra Rangers throughout the Super Sentai series, he could use their powers. That's basically like playing Mario Kart, but you get the bullet bill, a blue shell, and a star right at the beginning. Okay, I need to collect myself. Now, let's talk about the mecha. Gokaiger is sleek, it's got swagger, it's literally a giant robot pirate. That's pretty cool on its own. and it can use the Ranger keys, like this, to use powers from the previous Super Sentai mechas. And then Super Mega Force, it's pretty much the same thing, but doesn't have that pizzazz like it does in Gokaiger. It was just there. Also, here's something I want to point out. Gokaiger was a pirate-themed Sentai. You know, pirates. Super Mega Force, when they brought it over for Super Mega Force, for some reason, they never acknowledged the fact that they looked like pirates. It could have been a joke, but, you know, they didn't decide to put any much effort into that thinking, I guess. But here's the thing about Super Mega Force. It was supposed to be one of the biggest Power Rangers crossovers in the history of the series. Think Avengers Endgame, but Power Rangers. Come on. You had the idea to bring in every single Power Ranger, or maybe just quite a lot of them, to give us one of the biggest battles we've ever seen. And then we get this.
Hey guys.
Tommy!
You don't have to do it alone this time. We're here to fight by your side.
You've more than lived up to the legacy we've left for you. We're all very proud of you.
Really? Really? Half of these Rangers didn't even get any dialogue, okay? You had Jason David Frank, may he rest in peace. Like, he was the Ranger, okay? He was the Green Ranger, and he was, you know, the guy. He was the Tony Stark to the Power Rangers, and he just looks like he's really annoyed. Like, there's a huge line at the DMV, and he's in the way back. But here's the thing about Gokaiger's legendary battle. It's at the start. It's at the start of the first episode. And it gives this legendary battle sort of a mystery. Or not a mystery, but more of a legacy. Every single Super Sentai before Gokaiger used all their powers to defeat this armada, and it just felt like a spectacle. They got a lot more returning actors to this battle, and it just felt elegant. It was just very, very cinematic. I just can't believe Super Mega Force didn't really do that. And I wanted to like Super Mega Force. Really, I do. This was going to be my first time I was going to get a Ranger key and the Mobirates here in America, because getting toys from Japan, that's pretty difficult, alright? But here you have Super Mega Force, and it doesn't really do Gokaiger justice. And I just felt betrayed. Because when you have something as elegant as this, and then you butcher it, I can't help but feel disappointed. Like my dad when I left for ice cream without telling him. But enough about that. But hey, at least we actually have Gokaiger, and if you're able to find a way to watch it, be it a DVD or pirating, gotcha! You have to watch Gokaiger. It is just an incredible season. And even though it's been 10 plus years since we've seen Gokaiger, Super Sentai just doesn't want us to forget it. Every year, they keep coming out with a new Ranger key set. More of these things, even though they're really cool. There's so many! There's too many! You got from... I love you guys, but let's just probably stop right there, okay? And yes, Gokaiger is incredible. But as for Super Mega Force, let's just pretend it was a bad dream. Like what Troy had. Well, this has been the Isaiah Experience. Stay marvelous, my friends. Gokaiger!